Hi guys, this is Coffee Talk with Guns.
Alfred, done.
Where's your coffee? You gotta go clink.
Clink. Got the can. Hey, take these mugs. Okay.
Okay, well let me start by saying that whatever we say, you can take with a grain of salt, okay? But Alfred has a lot of knowledge, and I would like to share some of that knowledge with all of us, me included. Now, we were talking about fats yesterday and how to read for protein, fats, calories, carbs, and all that. And so we're just going to give you a little discussion about that. And a little disclaimer, I don't want anyone saying, well, my doctor said, or my doctor, you could take it for what it is, okay? When I used to read the labels, now here we go. We're going to read this label with everybody. I used to always read here, right? Never thought about looking here where it says calories, okay? In this particular case, you've got 45 calories for 2 tablespoons and 13 fat, okay? See that? And all I was worried about before was having fiber, not having too many carbs, and having plenty of protein, which is a great way to read a label, right? So this is a good. Is this good, Alfred?
Yeah.
What does good. This? So now we're going to talk about how we should read a label. Now you tell me.
And the purpose of reading the label. Okay.
Yes.
Because you got to really think about what you're taking in. And remember, if food is fuel, and we're getting it from a jar, a package, or whatever. It has a label on it, so it tells you the content and what they consist of. As far as nutrition-wise, you got to pay attention to the calories that are fat. These are the most important ones for people trying to lose weight. Okay? So in your diet, you only want 1/3 of your nutrition to be fat.
Okay, so we talked about a good one. Now, let me show you this one, okay? I went and got some chocolate milk, and I was talking to Connie and everything, and I said, I want to try this hood. I've heard about this hood, and it says 80 calories, right? And I saw that it's 4 carbs, 3 sugars, 6 protein. I thought, woohoo, good for me, right? Never even dawned on me to look at the calories of fat that I will be drinking. I will be drinking 45 grams. Now, what do you say about this one, Alfred?
Yeah, well, that's a little bit over. That defeats what you're trying to do there, because you have at least half of the calories consist of fat. And if you're trying to reduce the fat, you don't want that many. That's more than what you really want to do.
What do I want?
So what you want to look at, the thing to look for is, remember this, that calories come in more than one type. Okay? Mm-hmm. And so you got to look at the different types of calories. Because protein has calories, because calories is just an energy. It's the amount of energy that the nutrition contains. 4 or 5 grams, 9 or 7 or whatever, something like that for each one of those categories. So you got to remember that if you want to reduce, you're trying to reduce, so you want to take in less of your the thing that's the problem anyway, which is the fat.
So I want to stay. Let me see that one over there.
You want to take in,
that one over there.
Make sure everything is 1/3.
Okay.
And there's a reason for that. I explained.
So I want to stay at 30.
Right, that's 1/3.
So this is 30 of fat. It's 40 calories, but I want to stay at least 30. And this is the almond breeze.
Yeah. And
Connie drinks this. Okay? Now, this is also a good one. Here you have 130 calories, and look at the fat. Can you see that? 0. That's outstanding. Of course, this is Fage yogurt.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to let Alfred take over and tell us more about what we want to look at when we look at labels.
Okay, when you look at the label, you got to look at that. Read that label. Look at the total calories and the fat calories. Like I said, now you're going to have the calories, carbohydrates. Fine. Remember, you can burn. There's no carbohydrate cell. There's a protein cell and there's a fat cell. So storing protein is fine. I mean, the protein is going to be broken down to amino acids, so you can use it anyway. and it's going to be stored in your liver and in your muscles. Okay. Now, for people who said that it can be converted to fat, what happened is that the fat will piggyback off of a protein and get stored, but it's not, the protein still remains a protein, amino acid, okay? So it's not going to convert to a fatty acid. So you look at those labels and make sure that your nutrition is balanced in the way of a third protein, a third carbohydrate, a third fat. The reason for this is because that's a perfect chemical mix there. Remember, you're taking in fuel, so if you got the proper, if it's all balanced, then digestion will be good, absorption will be good, then it will promote good health, energy, and so on. Now, if it's not balanced, if it's out of balance, if you take in, 60 and, 20 and a 5, that's way out of balance there. But guess what? It's not going to level off automatically. If you eat a meal that says, if you take in 1,500 calories a day, if you take in, say, 500 calories of protein, and 300 calories of carbohydrates, and 200 calories, a little bit more than fat, in no way to equal the thing, then you're unbalanced, see? So what's going to happen there is that when the food is digested and absorbed and goes to the tissues and gets stored and go for energy, it's still going to be unbalanced. It's going in the same proportion that you take it in. If it's not balanced, then the output is going to be unbalanced. Remember, the left hand equation has to be equal on both sides. So it works that way with food too. So you'll get, that's what a lot of disease come from that. Low energy, not feeling good. Organ problems, all kind of problems come from because it's not just a balanced meal and making sure you get your reds and your greens and your whites, whatever. That's one thing. But the real balance is make sure that you get in the proper amount of each one of these nutrition so that the chemistry can work like it's supposed to keep you healthy and keep you going.
So the way that you can protect yourself is read your labels when you get to the store. If you find that it's over 30 grams of fat, you don't want to consume that. Is that what you're saying?
Right.
Okay. And carbs is based on the energy that you're going to be expending that day.
Right.
And another way that you can find these things out is you can buy this book. It says Calorie, Fat, and Carbohydrates. I have one. Connie has one. We were given one when we went to, we were diabetics, and we've had this book forever. But we never really used it. And if you find something like this, it'll tell you, and you know ahead of time before you go buy groceries, what you're looking for.
Right.
And so it's just educating yourself. And that is a big part of this lifestyle, is continually educating yourself. Like me. I went and bought this, thought it was a great idea. And come to find out, it wasn't such a great idea because I'm consuming way too much fat. So I have to lower the what I drink. I mean, we're not saying not to have this, but I'm not going to have a cup of it.
Right.
Because
you have already bought
at one time.
If you go and buy it again, you go look for something with less fat calories.
Mm-hmm.
Now the thing about in the fat calories like this, since you have the different types of calories, protein calories, carbohydrate, and fat calories, right? They don't all burn at the same rate either. So when you get on a treadmill or something, and you look at how many calories you burn, you say, "Well, man, I walked 30 minutes and I burned 300 calories, right?" Yeah. 300 calories of what? Was it 300 calories of protein, 300 calories of carb, or 300 calories of fat? So each one is broken down. If you walk a mile, if you do exercise for a half hour, you do 300 calories, only a third of that is fat.
Okay.
Only a third.
Good point. Good point.
So you have to go, to burn the fat burns, it doesn't have the calorie account. It burns, true enough, but it doesn't burn at the same rate that the other ones do. Okay, so the carbohydrate, especially the carbohydrate, yeah, I know it has more energy, but it doesn't burn as fast. It takes longer to get to get it into the system. So
I will be coming back with guns. If you want, while I'm here, if you want him to answer a question, please leave a comment for him, and he will be glad to answer the question if he can.
Yeah.
Right? So thanks for listening, and we hope we answered your question.
Yeah. This is just our opinion, and this is what we're discovering. So, yeah, here we are.
All right. Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye.